My name is Beth Mullaney, and you are about to listen to my project for Week 4 of Introduction to Music Production. Today's topic is Distortion, an accidental invention. Hey, you put your chocolate in my peanut butter. Hey, you put your peanut butter in my chocolate. Yes, many of us know that the origin of the delicious peanut butter cup was created by accident. It was an accident that also led to the discovery of the healing effects of penicillin. Distortion in music was also found by accident, leading to one of the most popular sounds in our modern times. We have learned that while recording, we must stay in the green and yellow LEDs and never hit the red, as that will cause an unpleasant sound. We've heard that same ear-cringing sound coming out of a blown speaker. That undesirable sound is known as distortion. Though we often do everything we can to avoid the distorted sound, there is also a desired distortion that is used as an added effect. Though this usually should not be added to vocals, it is most often used in modern music with guitars. Now, a single guitar note is relatively short, but when a distortion effect is added, the sound lasts longer. In single melody lines, this gives more of a singing quality, much like a violin. In the beginning of electronic music, there was no such thing as a pedal to add this effect. People like Jimi Hendrix and the Beatles had to force their amps to distort. The Kinks and the Who would poke holes in their amps to get that sound. One of the first distortion accidents is rumored to be the result of an amp falling off the top of a car. Yet another story claimed that the amp had been left in the trunk and rain leaked in, causing the damage that caused a distorted sound. The end result changed our musical history forever. Now we can create, control, and alter the amount and type of distortion thanks to the work of the early rock music pioneers. Distortion in music comes in many shapes and sizes and occurs when sound is altered in some way. When looking at a distorted sound wave, the original shape is altered. Now on a sine wave, the normal rounded shape at the top and bottom will square off when too much gain is added. This effect is the basis for many types of distortion. The various sounds are often referred to as warm, dirty, and fuzzy. These sounds occur when the peaks of an instrument's sound waves are compressed and overtones are added. Distortion effects are sometimes called gain effects, as distorted guitar sounds were first achieved by overdriving tube amplifiers. In using this sound alteration, one thing you will notice is that your perception of loudness changes dramatically, though you'll see no peak level changes on the DAW. This perceived loudness is primarily due to timbre variations. There are three general types of distortion. The first is overdrive. Overdrive effects are the mildest, adding warm overtones at quieter volumes, and harsher distortion as gain is increased. An overdrive effect keeps some of the undistorted guitar sound, while mixing in a little edge, little grit. This sound is perfect in live performance settings. Fuzz distortion was the first distortion effect to appear on the market in the mid-1960s. Using a fuzz effect provides a bass-heavy, sounds somewhat mushy tone to a guitar signal as it attempts to thicken up the sound. The sound is often very artificial, and the fuzzbox sound alters an audio signal until it's almost a square wave, and it uses frequency multipliers to add complex overtones. The third is the actual distortion pedal, which sounds much more aggressive than an overdrive pedal. They will often dramatically alter the signal of your guitar, and what you'll get is a heavily modified sound. In music, distortion should only be an added effect, and our basic recording should be with levels in the green and yellow, never in the red. In closing, it is imperative to understand the elements of distortion if we are attempting to add it to our recordings. Thank you so much for listening, and I'll be back in a week.